Colonel Aureliano Buendía, facing a firing squad, remembers an afternoon from his childhood when his father, José Arcadio Buendía, took him to see ice in the village of Macondo, which was then a small settlement of 20 mud houses. In those times, the world was so recent that many things lacked names, and the arrival of the gypsies each year brought astonishing inventions to the village, such as a magnet that amazed everyone with its ability to attract metallic objects. Melquiades, the leader of the gypsies, demonstrated the magnet and other inventions, earning the admiration and curiosity of José Arcadio Buendía. José Arcadio Buendía, a man with an overflowing imagination, became obsessed with the idea of using the magnet to unearth gold, despite Melquiades' warnings that it was not possible. He sold his mule and a batch of goats to acquire the magnet, and for months he scoured the region, including the riverbed, searching for gold without success. His search only led him to unearth a rusty suit of armor with a skeleton inside. Disappointed, but not defeated, José Arcadio Buendía continued to explore new possibilities with each invention the gypsies brought. The following year, the gypsies brought a giant magnifying glass and a telescope, which they presented as revolutionary inventions. José Arcadio Buendía saw the magnifying glass as a potential weapon of war but ended up suffering burns while experimenting with it. Despite his efforts and sacrifices, his attempts at innovation always ended in failure, leaving his wife, Úrsula Iguarán, worried and distressed by the economic losses and instability his experiments caused the family. The arrival of the gypsies with their astonishing inventions always left a deep mark on the life of José Arcadio Buendía and his family. The community of Macondo, initially a prosperous and organized village under José Arcadio Buendía's guidance, began to be affected by his obsessions. The patriarch, once a central figure and community leader, became a distracted man, absorbed in his experiments with alchemy and astronomy. This transformation distanced him from his family and community role, causing concern among the villagers. One day, Melquiades, aged by diseases and travels, returned to the village and left José Arcadio Buendía an alchemy laboratory, including instruments and formulas to attempt the transmutation of metals into gold. Fascinated by the possibilities of alchemy, José Arcadio Buendía dedicated all his efforts to these studies, further neglecting his family and the community. Despite his efforts, his attempts to create gold only resulted in failures and economic losses. José Arcadio Buendía's obsession with knowledge and science led to a series of adventures and experiments, including an expedition to find a route to the sea. After a grueling journey through the jungle, the group led by him found a Spanish galleon in the middle of the jungle, a discovery that caused him great bewilderment and a sense of fate's mockery. This expedition did not lead Macondo to the desired progress, and José Arcadio Buendía sank into disillusionment. The story reflects how José Arcadio Buendía's dreams and ambitions, fueled by Melquiades' influence and the gypsies' inventions, led to a path of exploration and failure, distancing him from his family and community purpose. Despite his attempts to bring progress and knowledge to Macondo, his efforts did not achieve the expected results, leaving a trail of frustration and disappointment. However, his legacy and teachings, especially through his children, would endure, keeping alive the memory of his relentless pursuit of knowledge and his impact on the village of Macondo. In the 16th century, Úrsula Iguarán's great-grandmother suffered severe burns when she accidentally sat on a lit stove, which left her traumatized and isolated. The family moved to a ranch to avoid her nightmares about pirates. There, they established a prosperous society with Don José Arcadio Buendía, a tobacco grower. Centuries later, the descendants of these families, Úrsula and José Arcadio Buendía, married despite the fear that they might have children with deformities, due to a family history of a child with a pig's tail. Influenced by her mother's fears, Úrsula refused to consummate the marriage, using a chastity belt. This fact became gossip in the town, leading José Arcadio Buendía to kill Prudencio Aguilar in a duel of honor after being insulted by him. The guilt from the murder led them to leave the village along with other inhabitants, seeking a new place to live. During the journey, Úrsula gave birth to their son, who was born without deformities. After almost 2 years of traveling, they founded the village of Macondo, where José Arcadio Buendía dreamed of a city of ice houses. Meanwhile, their eldest son, José Arcadio, began a relationship with Pilar Ternera, an older woman. This relationship led him to a personal crisis, and finally, José Arcadio joined the gypsies and left Macondo. Úrsula, searching for her son, also left the village but later returned, having discovered a route to more developed towns. During her absence, strange phenomena occurred in José Arcadio Buendia's laboratory, which he interpreted as signs of his progress in alchemy. Úrsula's return brought with her a new community of people who settled in Macondo, bringing advances and products of civilization, breaking the village's isolation. José Arcadio Buendia, accompanied by friends and family, founded Macondo after leaving his home due to the guilt of a murder and the desire to start anew. During his absence, his eldest son, José Arcadio, began a relationship with Pilar Ternera, which led him to a state of confusion and crisis. Eventually, he left with the gypsies, abandoning his family in Macondo. Úrsula, trying to find her son, also left the village but returned after discovering a route to more developed towns. Her return brought new inhabitants who established contact with Macondo, bringing advances and products from the outside world, breaking the community's isolation. Úrsula's return and the arrival of these people marked a significant change for Macondo, connecting it to the outside world and ending its isolation.